Hey y'all, so this is a mukbang slash story time, basically like about how I got here in my life.
Just in case you thought that I wouldn't get down, I got so many of them on a rebound. And you thought that.
So if y'all see me look at my phone, I did have to jot down notes for this because I have to make sure that I'm not going all over the place. But before we get into the story, my drink for today, rum. Rummy rum rum. Y'all see the pump? Cause I had thought the shooty went over here and said something. Don't get me chatting. So this water right here, this a warm rag, cause yeah. This my butter sauce, got onions and garlic and stuff in it. It's not as dark as I usually make it cause they made this really spicy today. I didn't wanna make that too spicy too and be messed up. But before we get into the story, can I eat a little bit? Can I? I'm really rock on story. Now I hope me putting this back in the oven ain't. Okay. How y'all doing today though? What y'all do today? Dang, I might have messed it up. It's supposed to slide right out. I was just trying to heat it back up. My phone must be about to die. Yup. Sure is. What y'all do today though? Y'all do anything interesting today? Did y'all do anything for self-care today? Yes, no, maybe. I came here to make a video about how I got here, like how Sashslays got to the point where now I'm a full-time entrepreneur. Even though I'm not new in it and I still got a lot to learn, I still feel like because I'm still fairly new to YouTube, y'all still need to know who I am. So basically, this is just about my life. I put it in there too long, y'all. My damn broccoli, man, shit up this shit. All right, y'all. So basically, I had a bomb childhood. Like my parents. See, now that's gonna hurt me. My parents gave everything that they possibly could. So when I was younger, I started dance school at 3. My mom threw me, in dance school, something constructive. Figure out if I liked it. I danced from 3 all the way up into 9th grade. And I really shouldn't have stopped then, but I was young. There was a lot of teenage beef going on, so I was just like, I removed myself. So from kindergarten to 6th grade, I went to public school. It was cool. It was called a computer magnet school, Evans Computer Magnet School. I'm wild. I don't even know if they had magnet schools anymore, but that's what it was. I went there, like I said, from kindergarten to 6th grade. That was cool. I mean, don't really remember too much about that. Then 7th grade, my parents decided to start me in Catholic school. 7th and 8th grade, I went to a Catholic middle school called St. Philomena. I don't think I really remember too much from that either. Then my whole high school year, I went to another Catholic high school called O'Hara. Now, where O'Hara is where I met a lot of real people that I still talk to this day. I'm not gonna say a lot because I don't even associate with a lot of people. But some cool people that I still associate with to this day. I mean, when you go to a Catholic school, it's not many black people there. The black people that is there, y'all cool because there ain't many of y'all. That was cool. When I was in high school, every prom there was, I went on. Every prom there was, I went on. I went on a freshman dance. I went on soft hop. I went on mine and this guy that I was talking to at the time. I went on my junior prom. I went on my best friend at the time, Marshawn's junior prom. I went on my senior prom. When I tell y'all, I was the prom queen, okay? My mom lived for a prom. I lived for a prom. Y'all can ask my friends at that time, whatever, like I lived for a prom. 11th grade year, they said that's when you're supposed to be like applying for colleges and stuff like that. The very end of my 11th grade year, my friends was talking about they applied to all these schools. They was talking about all these schools they applied to, and I'm just sitting there like, by the end of my 11th grade year, I applied to one college. One. I'm not playing with y'all. I applied to one college. Spelman College. I remember that year, like, Christmas was coming around. Spelman, if y'all know about Spelman, any of y'all friends with the Spelman, anything like that, they infamous for, like, sending out acceptance letters. Yeah. They infamous for sending out, what is it called? Acceptance letters on Christmas. So I'm looking at all these girls posting how they getting it on Christmas and all this stuff. And I'm just sitting back like, Dad, looking for y'all. My friends started getting accepted in the schools, all that stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, happy for y'all. I don't know what is going on. Time starts ticking. My parents take me to Newman University. Newman University is a college. It's like 45 minutes away from Philly, whatever, hour maybe. They take me up there. We talk to the people, look at my grades. They look at my grades and all that stuff, and they like, we'll give you a scholarship, this much, blah, blah, blah. So of course my dad is excited because he didn't want me to go all the way to Atlanta anyway. He pays for the freaking housing deposit. So I'm just sitting there like, nigga, why are you doing it? I'm just like blown at this point because you paid for it, so that means that this is the school I'm gonna go to. So he trying to butter me up. He like, stay here, I'll get you a new car, but if you go to Spelman, I'll have to get you a new car in like a year. So basically he paid the fees, I'm irritated, whatever, whatever. Fast forward to March, my senior year. So this senior prime time, y'all, I'm hyped. It was really out of control. Like my mom used to have it decked out and I was hyped, but she drove. She did way too much. I appreciate it though. March come around. The day before my senior prom, I got an email from Spelman College. It was a contingent acceptance. They wanted to try out a program that year that was called PEP. It was like a pre-enrollment program. Basically, I had to go to Atlanta if I accepted and take a 6-week intensive course. If I passed and did good, I had an acceptance to go to Spelman College. So my dad is like, he's confused. Because he's like, so you're going to accept this? Like, you got Newman right here, they giving you some funds, and I paid your deposit. And you got Spelman here, they gave you diddly squat. And matter of fact, on the top, they telling you that in order for you to come here, you gotta give them XYZ. Or you gotta attend XYZ. Mind you, the program was not free. You have to pay for this pre-enrollment program. So of course, I'm with it. I wanna go to Spelman, like what you mean? I look a little crazy. You come here, I'm trying to make y'all feel comfortable. I ain't trying to be dressed every time I come in the camera and shit. I email them back. I'm like, I accept, put me on the list. However, we gotta get this money, we gonna get it. I need to go, period. Went on my prom the next day, hype. Best day ever. Right before I leave, it was my 18th birthday, and that just made my birthday even better. Cause it's like, I'm going to Spelman, bro. Y'all going to Spelman? I'm going to Spelman. I already knew, like, once I get my foot in the door, I'm going. Like, it ain't no way I'm about to go to this program and not give it my all and not get accepted. Like, I went there, my 18th birthday happened, had a hotel party, I kicked out, doing the most. Went to Spelman, went to the 6-week program. It was just it was classes, it was meditation. There was a lot of like team building exercises. Like, it was a lot. It was, back then, I ain't really like it. Now that I look back at it, I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. And, you know, it played a part in who I am right now. Of course, I came out on top, got accepted in the Spelman. Not gonna lie to y'all, that program was really inconvenient for parents because not only did you have to go take your child early in June, 6 weeks later, you gotta go get them, bring them home, and come back a week later to bring them back. Like, it was just OD. Okay, so I get accepted in the Spelman. I go, my freshman year was partying. Like, I went to class, of course. I missed a lot of classes, of course. It was a party. It was a party year. I was undecided on my major, so all I was taking was core courses that Spelman made mandatory. A lot of my friends knew what they wanted to do, and I was always a firm believer. Like, people always laugh at me when I say this, and I really stand on this to this day. Like, how do people, like young adults, go into college, 18, 19 years old, knowing that they want to be marine biologists, anesthesiologists, doctors, all this stuff? You ain't never been that before. How you know? So I was undecided. My whole freshman year, I was undecided. First semester and second semester, I was taking core courses. Everybody was looking at me like I was crazy, and I'm just like, what you want me to do? Like, I don't know what I want to do. I really don't. I literally went into college not knowing what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to go to Spelman. #1 HBCU in the country. I wasn't settling for less. I knew that's where I wanted to be at, in Atlanta. That first year, I was undecided, and I was a $50 weave girl. Everybody came in my dorm room and got their hair $50 weave. Now, I was slow as hell. I was doing like 1 sewing a day, 2 on a good day, because I was slow. I was doing $50 weaves. My sophomore year, my first semester, I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to figure out something to do. I'm sorry, though. This is calling my name. It's not fair. This is not fair. That food could be this good. I haven't had a seafood boil in a long time too, so Wow. If you know me, you know that's my food dance. When I get food, hands go up. I be ready. All right, so sophomore year. Sophomore year, first semester, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go with psychology. What? That is like, no. So all of y'all out there that are psychologists, therapists, psychology majors, all that stuff, I give it to y'all. Because that class, mind fucked me so much. No. No. I did not like it. I think I finished it though. That was that. My second semester, I'm trying to figure out my sophomore year, what I did. I think I switched it to political science or something like that. My second semester, that was enough. I was like, yeah, there's nobody in the history of majors that changed their major more than me. So my sophomore year, I started working at Starbucks. So I was going to school, working at Starbucks on campus, and doing hair. So I was always busy. I was always doing something, like for real. My junior year, first semester, I changed my major.
Really, nigga?
Bro, this not funny, but it's for real. My junior year, first semester, I changed my major to computer science. Now that was more me. I was more hands-on, I was more techie. That was more me. I really liked it. I am not gonna lie to y'all. I love computer science. So my junior year, my mom was somewhere else, and I talked to my mom. I said, Mom, listen, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to leave here, and I want to go to hair school. Like, for real. Like, this, I could be doing more. Joanne politely told me, you better figure it out, because you're finishing. It's your junior year. You're finishing. Like, what you mean? I did computer science for that first semester. My last semester, I went to go talk to my counselor. And my counselor was just like, listen, the route you're going, you're not graduating on time. Like, there's no way in 3 semesters you can finish and graduate from Spelman College with a computer science degree. There's no way. I talked to her and I asked her what major can have me graduate on time. She told me women's studies. So I switched my major my junior year last semester to comparative women's studies. Sure did. I sure did. My junior year, I was doing hair. I was doing women's studies. My last year, I was working. My last year, I was doing nannying for my cousin. And I was doing, I was just doing hair and I was nannying for my cousin my senior year. So I graduated in 2017, like y'all already know, from Spelman College with a degree in comparative women's studies and a minor in computer science. Once I graduated, I don't even know, I think it was June. So I graduated in May. June, I started working for JoJo. JoJo is a hairstylist based out of Atlanta, Georgia. I started as JoJo's client. Got my hair done from her maybe like once or twice. And then that last time, like, I was just like, you need an assistant? You need a shampoo assistant? She's like, girl, you do not want to be a shampoo assistant. Like, girl, bye. I'm like, I do, but all right. The next time I went to go get my hair done from her, she was like, you still want to be a shampoo assistant? I started JoJo the week of my birthday in I don't think I started. Yeah, I did start her in 2017. Yeah, I started with her the week of my birthday in 2017. And JoJo has been like, my God, my mentor better than yours. Like, your mentor ain't JoJo. And I know that for a fact. That's my mentor, my big sister. I'm going to war about that one. I reached a certain point where I stopped nannying because I was working for JoJo and I was nannying. So I would like work for JoJo and then like I would have to leave by a certain time so that I can go pick up my little cousin and, you know, do that part of my job. This is the first time I'm trying an egg in my seafood boil and I just... Ain't bad. Came to a point where I stopped nannying and I was just working for JoJo full time. And it was straight. February 2018, I'll never forget this day. I was at home in Philly. I was watching the Super Bowl at home with my family. She called me. I told her I was watching the game or whatever. She was like, yo, go upstairs real quick. I gotta tell you something. So she's telling me about this hair school that she found and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, okay. And she's like, I'm finna send you this money right now. Send it to the lady. You're going to hair school. When you come back, like that following week, you're gonna start at hair school. And I'm just like, yo, when I tell y'all I cried, like, first of all, that night, the Eagles won a Super Bowl. And I got, like, my tuition was paid to go to hair school. Like, I was confused. Like, I'm like, God, what is happening? Like, I've been wanting to go to hair school for forever, but it's been so much money. Like, Spelman was already enough. Like, I'm not about to take out no loan to go to, like, come on. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, no. So when she called me, y'all, I literally was crying because I'm just like, yo, you paid for it in full? Like, you're telling me you what? Like, I just could not believe it. Like, I just couldn't. Like, that's just one of the many reasons why, like, I'm forever grateful for JoJo, because, like, why would you ever be even thinking of me that much to put me in a position to better myself like that? Like, that's the true definition of selflessness. Like, you didn't think anything about yourself. You put me in a position to be a better person, like a better stylist. Like, wow. I ain't, y'all ain't finna get me all emotional or whatever. While I was there, you know, I veered off a little bit and I stopped working for her so much, and I became an admin assistant slash like director of admissions for the owner of the hair school. Me and her, you know, we grew close, and I had a really, you know, good work relationship, you know, with her. It was a time, I learned a lot. And even after I finished the school a year later, I still worked for her. You know, it was cool. It taught me a whole lot about running a business, not even just a school, about running a business in general. Basically, I worked for her, I say it was almost 2 years. I quit my 9 to 5. Oh, mind you, back up, I was doing hair the whole time. So even though I was her admin assistant, I was doing hair whenever. Like, whenever somebody needed their hair done, I was going to do it, period. But I quit working for the owner of the hair school a week before the pandemic. 1 week. The day was just so off. Like, I had went to Philly before, a week before the pandemic, and you know, the school was about to be in transition to move. She was switching locations. So I basically asked her, like, well, let me know, like, if you don't need me, I'll open up my schedule. If you do need me, just let me know whenever. So she was like, okay, I'll let you know. Kept asking, whatever. The week comes and she tells me where to be, what time. I pull up, she's not there. She wants me to meet her somewhere else an hour later. So I was already kind of upset because I done paid for parking and did this and did that. I was like, okay. Nevertheless, that whole day just went left, and something in me just, I don't even know, like, I came home and I stood in my kitchen and I just cried. And I was just like, I just was so uncomfortable, but I was so uncomfortable to the point where I knew that God needed me to move in a direction I don't think I was ready to move in. I just cried so hard because I'm just like, how do I even go about this? Like, but I put my big girl panties on and I texted her and I was just letting her know, like, listen, I love you. I love the school. I love the business. I love everything you've taught me. I love everything you've allowed me to learn through you. But I think this is where our relationship ends. It's time for me to bet on myself. It's time for me to act like Sashslays can and will finance my life and more. It's just time. She responded and was just like, listen, I'm all here for growth. Hate to see you leave, but I wish you the best, basically. That was scary because that following week when we went on shutdown, I said, so sis, what did you do? What did you do? You literally just left your job and you can't slay nobody's hair. What's happening? So that first month after like paying all of my bills, do y'all know I had $45 to my name? Do y'all know I had $45 to my name after all my bills were paid? Granted, thank the Lord that the car note, the insurance, the rent, the utilities, thank God that all that was able to be paid. But $45 after that says a lot. Sis, you need to learn how to save. $45? What do you, huh? So like I was so emotionally and financially just stuck and scared, and I don't even know what, but like I just did not know what to do. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? All I can say is that the pandemic changed my life because I literally took the time to dig deep, to figure out who I was as a friend, as a stylist, as a daughter, as a cousin, as a niece, as a grandchild. Like I literally was trying to dig deep within me to figure out who I was, what I needed to do to step out of this quarantine and figure it out. Like what was I gonna do? I wasn't making any money. It was really ridiculous. But when I tell you quarantine, I'm so sorry that people has had to lose their life. People have lost family members, but quarantine has literally changed my life so much to the point where I can't, it's hard to even explain. Like after after those a month and a half, 2 passed, I stepped out on faith, put my mask on. I was taking a boot camp with Tokyo Bradshaw. That's another one. He don't know me. He's a stylist from Philly. He always reached out when he was here, gave me clients. Like, he just been amazing. So I was taking a boot camp with him. He basically said, the only thing I can tell y'all right now during this pandemic is if you want to go make money, put a mask on, wash your hands, get to a bag. So when I tell y'all, I started taking one client every day, every other day, every 2 days, but they were knotless clients. I do knotless braids. When I tell y'all, it went from one every 2 days to one every other day to one every day to like a house call, multiple house calls every other day. And mind you, they were paying fees because, I mean, if y'all want me to put my life on the line, y'all want me to leave my home and come to your home, y'all are gonna pay me. Y'all are gonna pay me. They were paying y'all. They were paying me to come to their house, 100 plus on top of service to get services. Like, I was just like, wow, God, like, wow, like this, wow, me, little old me, like, no, like, yo, when I tell y'all after that, when the shop opened, still to this day, y'all, my schedule be so crazy to the point where I can't even shampoo my clients anymore. Like, it's rare that I can shampoo my clients. Like, and I ain't even gonna get emotional because I'm not even that type of person. I'm too G for that. I'm too strong for that, honestly. But like, y'all, it's to the point now where I need help braiding my clients down for the knotless because I gotta get these people in and out. Like, it's so crazy. Like, it's to go from being someone's assistant, like being someone's shampoo assistant, to being someone's admin assistant at a hair school and doing clients on the side. And like, there would be weeks when I wouldn't have a client at all, to going to having booked weeks so packed to the point where I have to change my schedule to give myself an extra off day because I am working so hard to the point where my body is hurting. Like, I don't have enough time to make sure I can reset myself for the next week. Like, to get to this point, y'all, I can't even tell y'all how grateful I am. Like, I can't even tell y'all how, I don't even know, like, appreciative I am for everybody that has played a role in the point that I'm at right now. I can't even explain it. Like, it gives me goosebumps to even talk about it. Because every single person, right, wrong, and different, like the relationship that I was in when all this was going on, like everything helped me. Everything helped me for the greater good and helped me to get to this point right here where it can be a Saturday and I'm making a video right here, right now, of me eating and telling y'all who I am. Because I'm not gonna sit here and keep saying the same thing, my zodiac sign, my age, all that stuff. No, y'all need to know who I am, how I got here. So y'all see, I've only been a full-time entrepreneur from March until now. It's July. What, 5 months? I haven't had to ask anybody for money for a bill, anything. I've been able to save, like, y'all don't even know the feeling. Like, I used to be at a point where I didn't know, okay, the bill is due tomorrow and I'm $100 short or I'm short, period. Like, y'all, I have not had to stress about a bill. This whole thing was just about staying down and just getting closer with God and telling God exactly what I want. And not always telling him what I want when I'm in a situation, but telling him what I'm appreciative for when I get to where I want to be at. Because if our generation is always about the next thing, we feel like happiness is always in that next thing, that next level, that next bag, that next relationship, that next situation, that next car, like that next apartment, that next house. Like, we feel like happiness, if I could only get that, I'll be cool. If I could only get that, I'll be straight. Like, it's not about that. Like, it's really not about that. If you keep thinking that happiness, peace, and freedom is in your next thing, you will never understand that peace is within you. Freedom is within you. Peace is wherever you are. You could live in a box and have peace. So I literally used to sit in my room every day during the quarantine and journal and read. I got a self-love book. I got a coloring book. Like, and I literally just sat in my room and just did everything for me. Like, it was so stressful, y'all. I cried every day. I cried every day during the pandemic. Every day during quarantine. Every day. Like, I lied to y'all not because I was so stressed out. Like, I want to be free. I want to be better. I want to do what's next. But in the back of my mind, it's like, I'm not making no money. What am I supposed to do? So when I tell y'all I'm not even trying to be funny, I'm getting a tattoo that says quarantine, quarantine, quarantine. It's going to be in different fonts. It's going to be probably in 3 different colors. It's going to go somewhere. But I am not joking when I tell y'all that is what made truly Sashslays. Sashslays been Sashslays, Sash been slaying hair, Sash been doing that. But to really get to a point where now this is my life, and now I have to run my business seriously because this is my bread and butter. This is what pays my bills. This is what makes me me. Like, this is what makes me okay. Quarantine did that. Quarantine put me in a position to win. And that's period. Quarantine gave me the pause button I needed to get myself together to be here. If it wasn't for quarantine, I don't know. I don't know what I be doing. I don't know. I really honestly don't know, y'all. I really don't know. It's been a minute. I've been talking for a while. I hope I ain't eat too crazy. I hope me eating wasn't so gross. But I just needed to come here and just tell y'all like what my story really is, how I really got here. Like, it hasn't been easy. And I pride myself on living a life that, you know, a lot of people wouldn't have chose. My parents have given me everything and more than I've needed. But once I got to college, I made it my business to not need them. If I called my parents right now to this day and told them that I needed something, I needed bill money, they would give it to me. But I put myself in a position to be so uncomfortable to the point where I wanted to act like I didn't have them. I wanted to act like that I didn't have their resources. I don't want to ask them for anything. I don't want to depend on my parents for anything. So I pride myself on that because there's a lot of people to this day. It's not wrong. If your parents got it and you ain't got it and they help you, great, power to you. But I pride myself on not asking when something is in plain sight. Seriously. So again, I'm Sashslays. This was my little story time mukbang situation on my story and how I got here. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If I missed out on anything or I left anything out, let me know. And I'll double back and give y'all whatever y'all need.